Okay, now go.
Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hey.
It's your president and your VP, and we're back. Finally. I know, guys, it's been a long time, actually, because things have been kind of hectic in our personal lives. But enough about that, because we're finally coming back with another installment, albeit late, with March of the Irish. This time, it's The Departed. Which is the finale of our Martin Scorsese trilogy as well here, because it's directed by Martin Scorsese. It also stars
spoiler.
Well, I just basically did it.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, making yet another appearance as an Irishman. What's up? You know what I mean?
So here we can tell that Leonardo DiCaprio desperately wants to be Irish, guys, because 3 of the films that I've seen him in so far, he has played Irish people. Because in Titanic, he played as Jack, an Irish immigrant. In Gangs of New York, he played as Amsterdam, which is also Irish. And in The Departed here, he plays as Billy Costigan.
Yeah, he desperately wants to play Irish people in his movies, but guys, he'll never be able to pull off the red hair.
Yeah, unfortunately, because he's Italian.
That's right. So we just want to throw that out there. That's
a joke, by the way.
It also stars Alec Baldwin, who in one scene we'll kind of get to, kind of goes crazy on somebody. But hey,
at least they didn't use a bang bang.
Yeah, at least this time he didn't use a bang bang on him. So there's that. Also, it stars the iconic Jack Nicholson in one of his last roles. Actually, he only did like 1 or 2 more movies after this, and hasn't done many or any since.
Well, he's retired now.
Yeah. I also believe that he's kind of getting up there as far as his mental capacities go, guys. The man is over 80 years old now. So there's that. So this movie is actually a remake of a Hong Kong movie called Infernal Affairs. And it's also based loosely on the escapades of Mr. Whitey Bulger and the real life Winter Hill Gang out of Boston. And Jack plays Frank Costello. And Frank Costello, at the beginning of the movie, he meets this really young boy who witnesses him kind of command respect and commit some crimes right away. And so he's like, hey, do you like X-Men comic books? And he buys the kid a comic book, and the kid becomes his protege. And we see the kid grow up, and he goes off to like Yale or Harvard, and he's playing rugby, and he's a member, and he joins the state police in Massachusetts. But it's all so that Frank has a mole inside of the organization. That's the whole reason. Meanwhile, on the other side, there's William Costigan, played by
Leonardo
DiCaprio. This guy is kind of the opposite of that. The working class kid, from the bad neighborhood. He joins the police academy. Then he doesn't make it. And as it turns out, though, because he's Irish and he has close ties to the neighborhood, they basically make him a mole in Frank's organization. Yeah. So you've got 2 different betrayal arcs going on at the same time.
Yep.
And so as a result, William, he quickly kind of meets up with Frank. He starts to prove his worth. He basically assaults one of Frank's friends, though. And he tells William, he says, now there are going to be some derogatory words for Italian Americans, because we don't tolerate discrimination on this channel, and we don't use racial terms on this channel. So
yeah,
he uses some very derogatory language describing Italian Americans and how they're going to come down from like Hartford to rough them up. And he says, I can put a stop to that. Do you want me to? And he's like, well, I mean, is there any way that this is not going to happen? He goes, oh, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So he's like, yeah. And so he has them basically join his crew and start to perform errands. Oh, and one of the best performances actually is by one Mark Wahlberg, who is hilarious in the movie. He and Leonardo is also hilarious.
Yeah.
They're actually everybody is hilarious
Except for Alec Baldwin.
except for Alec Baldwin. Yeah, because Jack's hilarious and the way he delivers his lines. Matt Damon is hilarious, who's playing, by the way, Frank Smole in the state police. He's hilarious too. And that guy, Colin, he gets into a relationship with the police psychiatrist played by Vera Farmiga, who you guys may remember from our Running Scared review. If you haven't seen that one, go back, check it out.
She
It's pretty
also
good.
and for you people who actually watch the Conjuring universe, she also plays as Lorraine Warren.
And a more recent acclaim, she was part of Bates Motel and put on the critical, groundbreaking performance as Miss Norma Bates in the TV show.
Oh, and she was also, I think, an orphan as well.
So, yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff, very recognizable. She has a relationship with Colin, who's trying to, play both sides of the fence. And so Costello's crew is committing crimes left and right, and William Costigan is supposed to like inform on them, right? And he basically just tells them one day, he's like, "Hey, man, this man has committed like 100 felonies that we know about. Why can't we just?
Stupid spam risk.
Why can't we just? Why can't we just, go in and take care of them and take them out, right? Wrong. No, they need to build up more and more evidence because by hook or crook, of course, he actually manages to escape every time until it's revealed that Frank himself is, in fact, an informant.
For the FBI.
And lo and behold, the stuff hits the fan after that.
Yep.
We're kind of skipping over some of it, but we will kind of include that one little part where we talked about how Alec Baldwin basically went nuts on somebody. But as we'd said, at least this time, he didn't use a bang bang. So there was that.
It was an FBI guy because he's like, how was he able to escape and yada yada yada.
And because and a lot of it's because the FBI people are not in tune with the state police for obvious reasons. And at one point, like the head of the FBI is kind of he sleeps with the fishes, guys. Just flat out, he sleeps with the fishes, and it's a result of Costello's crew. And so it all comes down to this big event, right? Where they're going to do like this big micro transmitters. They're selling micro transmitters to the Chinese, are Frank and his crew. The FBI gets a hold of it, and of course, because the state police, the main guy now knows that he's an informant, kind of helps with the raid, corners Frank. Frank sleeps with the fishes at the hands of his own protege.
Yep. And Billy, he's kind of the one who kind of like basically handed down gave where Frank was and stuff. And well, Billy, all he wants is his identity back.
Yeah, so he basically tells the dude, listen, I got the evidence, and you can have this all back because there's some very incriminating evidence. And so they agree to meet, right? And William has Colin cornered, and he gets the drop on him. When lo and behold, surprise, surprise, Anthony Anderson's character comes in, and they kind of back away, and he's able to negotiate, and he keeps Colin as his prisoner, and he goes down the elevator door opens,
And
And
then
then William sleeps with the fishes. Just out of nowhere. Just
just
out of nowhere.
yeah, it's kind of like sudden because you're thinking, oh, he's gonna win, you know, the good guy's gonna win. Nope, right in the head.
Yep. And then he's like, the guy that did it is like, you didn't think that you were the only one that Costello had on this, did you? Come on, let's go. When lo and behold,
And
that
then
guy sleeps with the fishes.
yeah, Colin, he basically is like, yeah, you're right. Bam.
And so he sleeps with the fishes. And
But
Colin thinks he's got it all worked out.
yeah, but Mark Wahlberg.
Except the fact that at Costigan's funeral, it was revealed that Vera was pregnant. And guys, just so you know, there was a triangle too. So the baby probably isn't Collins. It's probably actually Williams.
Yeah,
There you go.
From their one night stand in which they had Comfortably Numb playing in the background.
Yeah. So he's heading home to his apartment. He opens the door when Mark Wahlberg, and with plastic bags around his feet and plastic bags around his hands, ensures that in fact Colin will also sleep with the fishes.
And then that's how.
So in the end, only Mark Wahlberg's character survives. But
and
guys,
Alec Baldwin.
and Alec Baldwin. That's true too. We kind of wish
Unfortunately,
he didn't.
unfortunately, we wish he kind of slept with the fishes as well.
Yeah, but it's okay, guys. So, yeah, that was The Departed. It's really, really good for obvious reasons. It's Martin Scorsese's only not Oscar win
For best director.
for Best Director, and that's kind of crazy if you think about it. But yeah,
Because he's had numerous Academy Award winning movies, but he's
So,
never won best
it's
director.
tremendously directed. It's very fast paced. You can keep up with it though. You have to be paying attention, of course, but it's not something that's going to keep you from paying attention in the first place. You're not going to lose track. It's really good. The acting performances are really good. The cinematography is also really good. The shots of Boston and all of that, it really, really works to help set this neo noir Irish crime thriller, because
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. And so, yeah, guys, once again, can't give it high enough praise. 5 out of 5. What say you?
Also a 5 out of 5.
But of course, as always, if you have seen The Departed and you believe that it is the worst gangster film and crime film of all time, then clearly you have never seen Hoffa.
Is that the one based off of Jimmy Hoffa?
Yeah, it's a Jack Nicholson movie, actually, and it's not good. He plays Hoffa.
Oh, Al Pacino was better.
Yeah, but there's that, guys. So, but hey, just remember, as always, we're just two idiots with a webcam. Our opinions do not matter, except they actually do, because we have a YouTube show, except they actually don't. So, having said all that, guys, stay tuned, where we're going to finally wrap this up and get moving towards our new projects, where we finally wrap this up with Kill the Irishman. So that's next. And until then, there's only one thing left to say, and that, of course, is peace and love from Denny and Son. Bye.